What up? What up? How y'all doing? Let me do the countdown really quickly. Lord have mercy. What's up, you guys? I know it's late. I said, hey, let me come on live. But I first would like to apologize to my viewers, the people that watch us on a daily basis. I do want to apologize. I have been slacking on YouTube, not really into it. I've been slacking in a lot of things, and I never would have thought I'd be slacking on YouTube because I love it so much. But I have been, going through a lot these past couple of months. A lot of personal things just going on, and I just lost interest. And trying to see, what's going on, why is I'm losing interest in things. But I have been not feeling like going live and hitting the live button. I have just like today, I just left the house today and just to go outside. I haven't been outside in a while. I just been losing interest in a lot of things. So if you are a prayer warrior, pray for me that I get back into the grind and to be happy and to do videos and to do all this stuff. But I've just been losing interest. So today I had not what it was yesterday. I had a phone call. I was talking to my social worker, because with this mental health stuff, and I've been telling them like I've just been losing interest, just feeling extremely sad. And this has been going on for a while now. I don't know what it is. I just get into these deep, deep depression moments, and it gets on me so freaking hard, and it's hard to, you know what I'm saying, hard to fight it. And I'm like, I'm just losing interest in a lot of things. Don't want to go outside. Don't want to, like, my appetite is up and down. Losing. Don't want to go live. Don't want to be on the phone. Don't want to link up with nobody to go out or none of that stuff. So I'm just like, what's going on? So maybe I would take a visit. You know what I'm saying? Back home, and I'm on the medicine. They want to put me on some more medicine, and I take it and I go to sleep, and I'm just still sad. So I don't think a medicine will ever erase what I'm going through. I don't know, but I take it and I'm still depressed. And we were talking about that. So they're gonna be like switching up my meds and give me some stronger meds and stuff like that. But I've definitely on today, like, and I was like, okay, let me hit the live. Let me just go live and talk to the people and let them know that I'm still here. But I'm just probably gonna go home for a couple of days and see about it. But I've just been extremely like, sad and depressed and stuff like that. And then, dealing with other people problems and seeing what they're going through um really is depressing. The person that you used to when you used to get on the phone with somebody and they just know what you're going through and they can just pick you up. I had a friend like that, but now he's battling with his issues that he's no longer able to, get on the phone with me and we could just talk, or something. I could just lay off my problems. We could just talk. because he's going through his personal issues as well. So, but I'm here, you guys. I just want to share that with you guys. Just keep me in your prayers. Um, did I get through this storm? Okay. Because anyway, I hope you. Yeah, I'm by myself. I don't have, like all of my family is in Chicago. Being here alone it's really been getting to me so much. It's been a lot these past couple of months. It's been really rough. I don't know. I look at people and I talk to people um, that goes through this, and I don't want to suffer, in silence. Um, I don't want to suffer in silence, so that's why I'm sharing it um, with you guys because I don't want to suffer in silence because I've been suffering in silence for a while, and hey, it is what it is. But I'm definitely sharing it with you guys, and hopefully I get back to the grind when I can just go live every day. You know what I'm saying? Get back into that mode of just going live every single day and getting into to that mode. Somebody asked a good question. I mean, friends. I mean, I have one good friend, and let me talk about this friend for a second. I got to talk about him because he helped me get to Texas. When I was going through things with my family during that time, I had a rough patch, and I remember I got on the phone with my friend, and he helped me get to Texas. And that particular person is battling with a drug addiction right now. So he's no longer the same person that I've known for over 10 years. He's battling with his drug addiction. So he's not that person I can lean on or talk to or get on the phone um, with. I can no longer lean on that person anymore because they're going through their whole drug addiction and their whole problems. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I don't want to lean to, you know what I'm saying, lean to alcohol or drugs to make me feel good and all of that. But I've just been feeling extremely, extremely, extremely sad, extremely, and I'm like, man, I haven't been outside and in almost a month. When I go outside, just to go to the mailbox, I'm like, man, I haven't been outside in this long time. I'm like, something is wrong that you haven't been outside or you enjoying life. I should be enjoying life at this moment, but I'm just not feeling enjoying life, So I'm just asking prayers. Just pray for me that I get through this and pray that I get through it. That's all I can ask for. So when people say, "Well, you ain't been on live in such and such time," you know, you ain't been on live, and and I just don't feel like it. It's just like I just don't feel like going live. Like, who want to go live and just sit and just talk about their problems all the time? I don't think that's the appropriate place to get on live and to talk about your problems that you're not feeling all together. You're supposed to go live, break down the news. You know what I'm saying? Break down the tea. Um, so who want to go live but I'm glad that I'm able to talk about it now because I feel a little bit better talking about it and just releasing it. Um, that's what I'm saying. Definitely doing that and definitely praying. So I'm definitely gonna see if I go home for a couple of days, and because I feel so much better when I'm at home, we're surrounded by family, and that's a blessing when you can go back home and be surrounded by family. But I miss it because I'm only here by myself in Texas. Like all of my immediate family, all of my close friends that I grew up with, they all live in Chicago. Nobody live here. And the only person I knew, he is battling. He's battling a drug addiction, and the last time I talked to him was just really sad because it's like he having his own mental problems, and I'm like, I can't even help you get through it because I'm yet still going through what I'm going through. Are you comfortable being alone without your family? Do you feel something is missing you when you're on? Yes, it's a lot. Really, I think about my family daily. I think about not being around them. I think about that, and it makes me extremely sad. You know, um, I just been having a rush path. And I already know, they're gonna change up my meds and stuff like that to help me with it. We'll see about it, and I will keep y'all updated about it because I keep up with my appointments, I keep up with my stuff, and yeah, so I keep up with my appointments and stuff like that. I've been, it's kind of hard for me to, to keep employment because I just get extremely depressed to the point that I can't get out of my room and do stuff. So I'm just asking for y'all prayers. If y'all are prayer warriors, I know some people are like, Wiley just needs to go live and break the tea. And we're going to get into that. But I have to share this moment. I get so many emails like, what's going on? Are you okay? You haven't been going live like you used to. You haven't been, yourself. Like, what's going on? You want to put everybody in jail and stuff like that. So I get it. And so I want to say this about Will Smith and Chris Rock. Like for Will Smith, he's going to go back into therapy because a lot of people saying that he's been suppressing his true feelings and anger and stuff like that, and that's amazing that he's talking about going to therapy, getting back into that thing. I wish I had, you get a therapist that you can go to and stuff like that, so you have a certain privilege where you can get the best therapy that money can buy. So that's a good thing that Will Smith is doing that. That's a good thing that he's getting back into stuff like that. And that made me realize, look at myself, and I looked at myself, and then like the reflection that I saw in the mirror, and I said, I really need to continue to on this journey. Is not easy, and to really talk to somebody. So I hope that I can find outside of just a psych doctor, like a good therapist that I can just talk to. So hopefully I can get into that. So I've been looking and stuff like that, understanding of that, because I really want to get back into those um, that way. But as I look at Will Smith, yesterday I said, "Oh, he should get 30 days in jail," and let me apologize for that. He shouldn't get 30 days in jail. But what I do believe he should get is some type of treatment, some type of mental health treatment, because talking to a therapist, because like sometimes when you grow up, and I've been reading his book and I'm almost finished with it, but growing up and seeing your father abuse your mother and you felt defenseless, you can't do it, growing up saying that. And his father was a good worker. Like his father had a good business with the ice and stuff, with ice machines and delivering ice. um so his father was a good entrepreneur, but his father was a bad man. His father, abused his mother, and people don't understand the effects that have on a child when you seeing your mother getting beat and punched and slapped, and it's nothing that you as a child could do because you're just a kid. You feel defenses, and then you grow up, you feel guilty that you didn't protect your mother, you didn't protect that. And a lot of times, Will, I think he overdo it by working so much, getting all this, making this perfect picture of his family and all of that. But do that excuse the behavior of him slapping somebody? No, that I'm not going to excuse that. That was wrong. He should apologize for that. And I do think he should pay some type of fine, and he get the help that he need, because everybody unfortunately not going to get that pass like Will Smith is going to get, because the average person have outbreaks where they slap somebody or they have outbreaks and they do stuff. They don't get that certain type of pass because they're poor and nobody know them. You don't have that type of privilege. You get locked up for a mistake that you made because you were having a mental health crisis. But Will Smith, because he's popular, because he's rich, he gets a pass on a lot of things, and no charges was brought up. Now, just imagine if that was a regular fan person that Chris Rock didn't know came up there and stopped on the stage, he probably would have pressed charges. And then you also have to look at Chris Rock. That's why I'm kind of like team both of them. I'm loving them both, because when you look at Chris Rock, he talk about his thing of dealing with bullying and dealing with growing up and being traumatized for being bullied, and growing up with a learning disability. And so I really start to, look at Chris Rock. I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember that, growing up, being in special education, growing up having a learning disability, growing up being bullied. I remember that. And so I can kind of like relate to Chris Rock and getting that slap. You got to process that, and all of that goes through, and you got to process that you're going do it. So I really am, really am praying for these people. But let's be clear, they're both wealthy. Will Smith got the power to get the best, the best therapy that money can buy. But the average person that go through things, that going through depression is all that, it's not easy to get assistance. Like I'm going through that right now, trying to get the good, get some type of where you can talk to your therapist on a weekly basis or twice or three. I don't have that. Everything that I have to do, you have to pay out of pocket. You gotta, and hopefully they give you the good advice to help you on that road. But for Will Smith, he could get the best therapy, the best life coach, the best everything. So on one hand, he should get that treatment. He shouldn't like push it to the side and say, I don't need it. He should get all of that because he's deserving of that. Yeah, he should get all of that. Yeah, absolutely. Gotta go to Roland Martin. He said some good stuff about real and course altercations. Yeah, he definitely did. And I watched Roland Martin's show. He said some amazing things. And I don't want us to cancel Will or cancel Chris. They both are brothers, and we have to understand that sometimes you just have an off moment. And we're definitely praying for Will. We're gonna pray for Chris. We're gonna pray for both of them. Definitely, I'm gonna pray today that he works out his anger and he gets through his childhood trauma. Trauma is real. I'm still dealing with trauma that happened in my childhood. You know what I'm saying? That I didn't get over, and that is biting me in the butt right now as a grown man. And sometimes and then people would say to me, I was talking to somebody, and they were saying, a family member I was talking to, Wiley, you still going through all that stuff. Get over it. Move on with your life. Don't worry about that stuff you going through. Who cares? Get over it. And I'm like, oh, it sounds, that sounds like easy said and done, but some people just can't get over it. They have to work through their issues. But I remember I talked to somebody about that. I was really going through it. And they said, get over that. You still worried? You still worried about that? You should be over that by now. That happened a long time ago. Who cares? I'm like, oh my gosh. That was no good advice. But back to Will and Chris, I hope they get, they self together, and I hope that, you know, they work through their problems, especially Will, because, Chris Rock didn't do anything wrong. He was a comedian. And what comedian does, they tell jokes and stuff like that. This is what they do. And so I feel for comedians around the country, because one of the when Chris Rock was on his show, he was getting heckled by a fan, and the fan was arrested by the police. So sometimes when you're doing this, you really, really got to be sad and really got to watch out for comedians right now, because now if they don't like a joke, they just think they can just go on stage and slap a comedian. So best believe a lot of these comedy shows going to need some, you know what I'm saying, some security, because I've been in some comedy shows, and sometimes you would get heckled, or you would get the comedian will roast you. So sometimes these comedians got to work on that, and be careful with what they say. I'm not only, and because I feel like this, don't go to a comedy show if you're going to get offended. But to Will Smith defense, he wasn't on a comedy show, he was at the Oscars. But it's going to be some jokes going to be spread if a comedian is in the room. So you're definitely going to get that. Absolutely. I read a book about the address how childhood trauma affect people in adulthood, and how much it, for instance, when you untreated, you need therapy to heal from childhood traumatic events. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Most definitely. I agree. I agree with you out on that. My mom passed 7 years ago, and it still hurts, as it just happened. My depression started afterwards, and I realized not only did I need a support circle, but I finally got myself into therapy. Yeah, and I know I need to get into therapy, and stuff like that. I definitely need to get into it because it's rough. Battling with this, trying to make sure that you can, being an adult and all of this. And it's definitely, I'm yet, going through it, and I understand it. And sometimes I don't tell my mom about it because my mom got a lot of stuff on her plate. She's taking care of my grandmother. She's helping my sister raise her kids. She's helping my brother, raise his kids. So this is a lot on her plate. So I'm not going to add on to her plate and be like, okay, mom, I'm really going through it. I really need someone, you know what I'm saying, to talk to. I can't do that. So I'm just definitely, saying what I'm saying here. Remember when a woman husband wanted to draw Cat Williams was dragging her on the radio? You roast had me get. Yeah, I remember that. And that's so when Cat Williams was roasting this radio show, I forgot her name in Atlanta. The husband wanted to pull out a gun. So I get it. I get it. This ain't the first time you're going to see this happen. Not going to be the last time. But of course, this embarrassed, Will Smith's career. But let's be clear, Will Smith is still worth. Give me a second. Let me see where are we going here. Let me Google Will Smith. Will Smith. Will Smith net worth. Google his net worth. Okay, on Fox Business, they Will Smith net worth 350 million. Millions was shocked by Will Smith slapping event. Here's the data.
We can't calculate our total.
Here's the data. Here, if you look right here, they were talking about Will Smith. He is worth 350, probably even more than this, $350 million just on Fox Business, and other numbers that matter as many remain shocked by Wilson slapping his at the Oscar. Here's key data associated with Smith. They said Wilson unexpected slap during the Oscar live broadcast Sunday nights continued to reverberate it. They said after an average of many corner Smith apologized on Monday. He said, "My behavior at last night Academy Awards unacceptable and inexcusable." He wrote on Instagram on Monday, "I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong." Smith walked on stage front row and smacked Rock after the latter made a joke about his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith's hair. Some 16.62 million people watched Sunday night's broadcast of the Oscar this year, reportedly making the 2022 Oscar the second least watched Academy Awards since began tracking viewers in the mid 1970s. Before last year, which was then down version because of COVID, the audience have never fallen below 20 million views. So 9.3 billion, the amount of Will Smith films have grossed the global box office, 3.86 billion. Smith top 5 highest growth film, earning 3.86 according to from the Screen Rant. The films include 1.5 billion, Independence Day, 817.4 million, Suicide Squad 2016, 746.8 million, Hancock 2008, 629.4 million, Man in Black 3 2012, 624 million. They said right here 350 million Smith estimated net worth. So he's worth a pretty piece of money. You know what I'm saying? So he's good. He can stop acting right now, and he'll be good for the rest of his life. His children would be good for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? While he tried taking the daily walk just to get some fresh, just staying at home for so long can really take a toll. I know it's hard. Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah, so we definitely gonna get into that. All right, so we're gonna I saw something on the Jasmine brand that Andrew Caldwell is suing Zeus Network. And I saw his post that he did, and this happened like maybe a week ago. His attorney talking about that he was sexually harassed while filming the show, and I don't believe it. And this is what I want to say to Andrew Caldwell, brother. You have the possibility to make it in Hollywood and to make some good deals, but you're going to blackball yourself. And let me say, I was watching Larry Reed, and what Larry Reed said was so true. You can literally blackball yourself when you are doing a show and when you are on a production and you feel like you don't want to do the production, you want to cancel, you don't want to do it, there's something that you don't want to do it, you can literally blackball yourself. So I don't think he was sexually harassed. If you look at the clips, he was very nasty to the white people that was on the show. He's very nasty to the other folks that was on the show. He was just very nasty to his castmates, and then say, "Oh, I didn't want to do it." And I think they put a stop on the check because they said, "We seen that you tried to cash the check." I think they put a stop payment on the check because he tried to cash the check from Zeus. And I think they put a stop payment on there because if you go back and watch it, they said, "We know you tried to cash the check." And then Andrew was like, "Yesterday, I tried to cash the check." So let's put let's put this in this box right quick, that Andrew just not the good person to put on a show, because when things doesn't go his way, when it was a good idea on paper, say, "Andrew, come on, Bad Boys Club," but in reality, he is not a type of person that going to put that know how to fight. Andrew was the type of person that he would get beat up so bad that the ambulance and the police have to get involved. Like, he's the type of person that you would beat to that point because his mouth is so reckless. He's good with the mouth, blah da 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 da. But like throwing them hands, Andrew ain't the type of person to throw hands. He ain't that type of person. To throw hands. I'm gonna just keep that like that. He just like that sort of person to throw hands. Okay. Somebody said we're still talking about Chris Rock and Will Smith situation. It's been like days now because Chris Rock and Will Smith was A-list celebrities. The white trauma said to me, like Amy Schumer claims she was traumatized. Like, she literally made a joke the same night during the Oscars, yet 2 days later you feel traumatized. I don't feel traumatized. I'm gonna say I don't feel traumatized by that at all. I'm also traumatized. I've seen that personally traumatized me, seeing a black man or a black woman, black girl, black boy being gunned down by the police, and seeing that on a live stream. That personally traumatized me. I remember, before the library situation, I was watching a lot of those videos, and it really did something to me mentally. Watching all those videos of our people, getting killed by the police, that traumatized me. Seeing a slap by, Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, that didn't traumatize me. It didn't. I thought Zeus was run by a black guy. Wasn't the guy who lived streamed with Lunel when she tried to talk to reunion stripper show? No, it's run by a black guy. What do you think about Jocelyn Wiley? I think Jocelyn is a female pimp. I think the way how she talks to those women is no different than some of the women been taught to their pimps. I think that she got this pimp mentality when it's concerning the women, because she talked to them so rough. She cussed them out. She dragged them. Even on the reunion show, she dragged them on the reunion, dragged these women so bad. And I think her husband or boyfriend, whomever he is, he's more problematic because he want to get up there. He want to box the women. And I think that's so like highly offensive to do so. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. But that's what I think about Jocelyn. I think she's a pimp. A little like jumping ends, but I honestly feel like Chris Rock didn't do no John had alopecia. He recently came out to interview talking about how he was diagnosed with some type of autism. Yeah. They said Jocelyn has really aggressive energy For real. Yes, she do. And they give shows to the, and I don't really blame Zeus because they like Zeus is so problematic. White networks have made billions of dollars of black folks acting a fool on television. I'm gonna break it down. White networks have made billions of black folks acting a fool, throwing plates, pulling hair on network television. So to see a black owned network take black folks that have this behavior and put it into a network and put it into a show, I don't see a problem that we're monetizing on our brothers and sisters that like to go at each other because we didn't have this energy for these white networks that made billions on black folks battling. So when people have this energy, make sure you have it for the people at Bravo. Make sure you have it for the people over there at BET. Make sure you have it for the people at VH1 that made lots of money off of black folks, fighting. And they walked away from, they got pennies on a dollar, and they're not getting executive producers, they're not getting creators of the show, they're getting a big piece of the pie from Zeus. Even Ray J, let me see if I can pull up Ray J. Give me a second. Ray J streaming. Service. A second. I have that. But Ray J, I don't have the article. Ray J is going to have his own streaming service. And I think he got that idea. Okay, I don't have it on here, but somebody else will report on it. Ray J he's already typing stuff for his own streaming service. So with that intel, he got the idea about working with the folks over there at Zeus. You gotta understand, you're paying $549 a month for Zeus. Let me see. How much is Zeus? Zeus monthly fee. It's you paying $5.99. $5.99. So $5.99 times, let's just say 65,000 people watch monthly. That's about $389,000. If 65,000 people watch, that's $389,000 a month that you're getting from Zeus, that Zeus are making a month. So I'm glad to have it like this. But people, and this is another thing with black people, they would say to me, Wiley, you watch Zeus, you support that. We need shows that promote positivity. Well, it is shows that promote positivity. The question is, would you watch those type of shows? When they try to have shows that's positive but not as loud, they don't get the ratings like that. When they tried to record what was that? B2K, it didn't get many subscriptions. People are subscribing to the drama. I'm just telling you, people are subscribing to the drama. You're the one with all the subscriptions. I don't see Zeus having any type of longevity. Yeah, the reason why I have the subscription because my members, they pay for the subscription. So we watch it together for members. We watch it together. I don't just have it for myself. I do it for the show. I put it back into the Wiley Show. And so for my executive producers, we did a streaming party. What was that, Sunday? And we got to do another because a couple of members didn't get a chance to see it. So we do it. So, and then Peacock, it was a deal by Peacock was on like $5 a month because they had a special. Most of the time, people think I'm paying a lot for these streaming stuff, and I'm really not. I get when they get the specials, like Hulu was like the $2.99 special. They had $2.99. Peacock was like $5. Zeus is like $5. But Amazon Prime was like $7 or $8. I don't know. It was like a special that they was running. So sometimes when they run these specials, I get on the special and I run it and I get on these specials and I do it. And then once the special went out, I cancel the membership. Yeah. Jocelyn's show is about nothing but fights and doing the most. Yeah. Absolutely. So I know it's late. So if anybody want to say something, give me a second. It's 113 people. I know a lot of people are going to be watching the replay. They're going to be saying a lot of things. I'm asking for your prayers. Continue to pray for me. That's I'm asking that I get a good therapist. I've been looking and stuff like this stuff is expensive. So I'm trying to get into therapy. So I'm just really, really shit. So that's my prayer. So y'all pray for me. Thank you so very much. Um, pray for me. I'll keep me in your prayers. I feel a little bit better to be able to explain to my audience. I love you guys. Especially around the holidays like New Year's, you get some of those networks for $1. Yes, that's what I randomly in it. Absolutely. You definitely can. Absolutely. So that's why I be getting the specials and stuff like that. Well, most of them cancel anyway because I'm like I can't afford like the Netflix. I think I canceled my Netflix subscription. They didn't have no good shows on there, and I just got to watching Bel-Air, and I'm like, and the only reason I keep Peacock because I love wrestling. I watch my wrestling shows. Yeah. So I don't know. Do anybody want to call in? Give me a sec. I know it's late. I know it's late. And finally, let me tell y'all, for all of my people that was on my StreamYard, we're gonna be streaming finally today. Kanye West released Donda 2 on Donda 2 on the stem player. Finally today. Because I was having problems because I just checked my email and it was just sent and I was able to listen to it. So we'll be playing that. So we're gonna be playing that today. And I finally was able to listen. I listened to it. Now it's gonna be extra loud. I'm trying to turn the volume down because I can play it on stream on Station Head. They finally released it today. All right, so we're gonna open up the phone lines. Give me a second here. We're gonna open up the phone lines. Give me a second. Open up the phone lines. Thank y'all so very much because y'all liked the video. Well, I felt a little bit better. I felt a little bit better today. Be able to get that off my chest. I think somebody said they want to call in, so hold on. We're gonna open up the blinds. I know it's late. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Wait a minute. It's like I'm trying to open it up. Let me see. Okay, here we go. I don't see any moderators in here, so I'm gonna post the number on the screen. Some of y'all should remember it by now, but I'm gonna post on the screen. So give me a second.
Your show now, press 1.
Your show is scheduled to start in 16 seconds.
Give me a second.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Okay, yeah, I know it's late, so we got the phone lines open up. So yeah, I was sharing, and I'm like, okay, I really do need a therapist, and stuff like that. So hopefully, I find one. That's find a good one that can help me get through these issues. All prayers are going to good, so I might help. All my prayers are going to God. Okay, now I just got here to know while it was up. I haven't heard Auntie Joan's voice in a while. Hope she's doing okay. Hope so too. Hope so too. So we got the phone lines open up. 0235. You're live on air.
Listen, I'm glad that Will is trying to get some treatment, but I think that Jada isn't helping. I really think that Jada is the problem in all of this. The fact, just finding out just like a few hours ago that she was laughing right after Will slapped Chris. So I think that he's trying so hard to prove that Will is trying so hard to prove that his marriage is good, that there's no infidelity, that there's nothing going on, and I think that's causing him to have these types of mental breakdowns. I think that he and Jada should separate and just move on from each other.
I don't think they will ever will because they're so tied together. I don't think I will see Will announce that he's divorcing Jada. I don't see that happening. It will shock me because they've been together for so long and they already have a deal together. Like, you go in one part of the house, we go in another part of the house, and it is what it is. But I also think he had issues before he met Jada, and he had to work through those issues. Like he wasn't there when his father was beating on his mother. But also I have to give it to you because I remember when Jada yelled at Will, and Will said, "Don't yell at me like that." And I think he left her because she was yelling when they were dating. Because I think Jada was like yelling at him, and he didn't like that how it made it feel. Because Red Table Talk, they share a lot of stuff on Red Table Talk. I don't know.
That's the part of the issue as well, that they started to put all their business out there. And the thing is that everyone's going to have a reaction and an opinion towards it. And I think that just added on to the problems. But I don't understand why he would stay in a marriage with someone that he clearly is not intimate with anymore. Maybe that's hurting him as well. I think that he should just try to divorce Jada and start over and stop trying to try to show the world that he has a perfect marriage and that everything's perfect with him, because clearly it isn't.
I don't know if he's in his marriage. I think that he should go to therapy. I think both of them should go to therapy together, and I do think they should do separate therapy sessions. That's what I believe. As we're gonna see how this is gonna play out in the upcoming weeks and days, because people are watching, and I think he said he's gonna address this on Red Table Talk, which I think is very smart because that's more money. He's a businessman, so why not capitalize off of this? Because Chris Rock, his comedy specials, his comedy stuff went up, and it's up to like $300 a seat. And his book sales, I heard that Will Smith book sales went up. I think he gained like 2 million followers on Instagram. But I do believe he do need to get some help. And if it is divorcing Jada, divorce her. You know what I'm saying? If that would it take for you to be at peace. But if it's not, if you're going through something else, go work through those issues doing therapy.
Yeah, but you still don't see Jada as the problem in all this?
I don't necessarily see Jada as the problem. I feel like Will have his own problems. I don't know about their marriage, if they have any issues, because even Will said there was no infidelity. I think they both were separated, and Jada just went on and dated somebody while they was technically separated, and they have some called an open marriage. So I don't necessarily believe that Jada is the problem. It's just her is the problem. I think that Will have his own problems that he need to work through. I don't think it's all on Jada, because I think Will still will be going through if he wasn't with Jada. He have to work through because some things from childhood. I don't think it have nothing to do with Jada at that point. I think that he needs to work through his issues. And once he go through therapy, if he feel like Jada is a problem, he don't want to be with her anymore, then they should divorce. But I don't think that will happen. And that would be more bad publicity for Will and Jada.
Yeah, but he cares more about his publicity than his mental health.
A lot of celebrities do.
Fishy.
Yeah, that is. A lot of celebrities, they be pushing their personal health stuff, and they be looking like, oh, this not gonna be good and stuff like that. What the people gonna say and all of that. And I believe when he broke down in tears, he was like, man, I get dragged a lot. I take a lot of abuse as a public figure. And he gets wiped a lot of jokes, like even when the thing that and it was August that really shared the relationship details about her and Jada. Jada and Will did not share that. It was August that shared that information, and force Will and Jada to do a red table talk. If people go back, we didn't even know that they were messing around with each other until August shared something. But they were separated, and I think even August said he had a conversation with Will Smith, and Will Smith gave him permission. That's what August said. If you go back to that. So we're gonna see.
It's just,
We're gonna see how this is gonna play out. You know what I'm saying? If they're bad for each other, they should leave each other. But how many people that we know or that in toxic relationships because they in these toxic relationships? How many people that we know that stay with people that's not good for them that you see in your personal lives, you see around your friends that be in these toxic relationships? This is not the first, or it won't be the last. I just think because they're so public, that people will be able to say, you need to leave your wife or you need to leave your husband. What I always say first is get into therapy before you make any of those type of decisions.
I agree.
That's what I believe. Yeah. But I didn't know you was up this late. Where you from?
Arizona.
Oh, so the time difference is like what, 2:00 where you at?
Now it's 1:00.
Oh, it's like 1:00. Oh, yeah, it's like 1:00. Okay, Arizona caller, because you've been calling in. Like, I see you call into a lot of YouTube shows. You love you some YouTube. All right, for Arizona, I need to visit Arizona. It's just I would love to visit Arizona. I heard the weather is amazing in Arizona. That's what I heard.
No, it's hot. It's way too damn hot here.
Really? It's hot now?
Yeah, it's like almost 100 degrees now.
Oh no. Oh man, I didn't know it was like 100 degrees in Arizona now. Like, what? So it never cools down in Arizona.
I mean, it cools down in Arizona, but it's only for like a short period.
Okay. Because I know here in Texas, it was about 60 degrees now, and we get real hot in the summer, but it's been like 60 some degrees. So, okay. All right. Okay. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
All right. Thank you, Wiley.
No problem. Yeah, I love that caller because he calls in regularly. And anytime I go live, he calls in regularly and stuff like that. Somebody said Will is broken. Jada, as much as I like her, she has his wife. Let him go. He ain't enough. Oh, let him know he ain't enough. They said, while you ready for that Vegas seat? Yes, ready for that Vegas seat. That's so they get open and personal business to share with the whole world. Will Smith is lost. Poor guy ruined his career over a jaded. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. You think his career is ruined? I highly doubt that his career is ruined, people. I highly doubt that. I highly doubt it. This is what we get. I highly doubt his career is ruined. The man is still wealthy. He can write books for the rest of his life and be good. He people will still go to movies. You know what I'm saying? I don't think his career will be ruined. But let me say, I was watching Bel-Air. Did y'all sing Bel-Air? Do anybody in here watch Bel-Air? Anybody in here watch Bel-Air on Peacock? Anybody in here watch Bel-Air? Put a yes in the chat if you watch Bel-Air. Put a no if you don't watch Bel-Air. Have anybody in here watched it? Put a yes in the chat if you watch it. Put a no if you didn't watch Bel-Air. Okay, you need to become a member, Angel. You can watch with us because I'm going to watch it with my members. It's good. Yes, it is. It's good. I'm going to watch it with my members. So members, do y'all want to watch Bel-Air together, members? Y'all let me know, members. I need the plug for Peacock. They said no, not yet. Members, do y'all want to watch Bel-Air? Not now. I'm talking about later. Okay. All right. We'll do that for my members. We'll do it for my members. Okay. Because, I love my members. I love everybody. I love y'all. Thank y'all so very much. I'm going to try to give me some sleep. Okay. I'm going to try to give me some sleep. Thank y'all so very much for tuning in. I want to say a special shout out to the producers. Thank y'all so very much. The movie industry is not going to hire him and pay him millions. In fact, more people are paying to see Chris Rock. He still will get paid. I need to check it out. The producers have spoken. Yeah, you need to check it out. Okay. Yeah, most the producers need to check it out. All right. Thank y'all so very much for tuning in. No, Peacock is not free. Peacock, you got to pay. Peacock, you got to pay. All right. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so very much. I'm going to close it out because we're done. And we're going to see about it later. Thank y'all so very much. Let me see what are y'all saying in the chat. Love y'all. Thank y'all. Don't need to add any more shows to my roster. I have enough going on. They said Jada feel about her sleeping with his best friend August. How can a mother sleep with her son best friend August? Shame on you, Jada. They roasted Jada. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all. Y'all is roasting Jada. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.